Hello guys, it's Jack, and I want to make this video to talk about saying nobody is perfect. And I agree with this statement wholeheartedly, because I went through life for a while and I'm like, oh, that guy's perfect. I bet he gets all the girls. Oh, that guy's perfect. My best friend, who might watch this video eventually, I was like, man, this guy is absolutely perfect. Nobody's perfect. Having this mindset in your head that that someone's perfect and impossible to reach, it's just horrible. Because it's like, it's not going to service you at all. Like, if you go through life and you're like, oh, this person's absolutely perfect and there's nothing I can do about that. And there's not, like, I can't even get to their level. Or something like that, like, oh, this person's perfect. They probably get everyone. Nobody's perfect. You're better than some people in some ways, maybe. And yeah, you're probably better than some people in some ways. And some people are better than you in other ways. And that's just the honest fact. But nobody's perfect. And you can always improve yourself to, this is going to sound egotistical, get better than others. And people are going to be like, oh, that's egotistical. Oh, I don't like the idea of just facing my life and getting better than people. That's how you become higher in the social hierarchy. That's how you become more social. That's how you become more liked. That's how you become more skilled. You get better at people and things. It's going to suck for you to go through life and be like, oh, well, I'm better than that. Well, no, it's not going to suck. Yeah, it's going to suck if you go through life and you're like, oh, there's no competitive this. I can't be better than anyone else. We're all better in our own ways. No, you're probably better than someone else. But nobody is ever perfect. They might be better than you. They might be better at you in certain things. And you can pick up those things. And you can pick up those things and add them to yourself. But nobody's fucking perfect. Nobody at all. So, if you're going through life and you're like, oh, that friend's perfect. And even if it's your best friend, this happened with my best friend. This happened with, and I'm sure this happens with other people in your life too, that are close to you. And people that are not close to you. People that you don't know. Especially if it's someone you don't know. And you're like, oh, this person's perfect. It's just what they're showing. You probably scrolled through their social media and maybe saw them a couple times in school. And they looked all happy. They looked so joyous that you saw all their happy friend pics and all their happy things. And I'm someone with some happy friend pics out there too. And I've seen people look at me and like, how did you get there? I'm like, oh, I put some work into myself. You could be better than me. I say that to them and they're like, huh? And it's like, why are you, like, okay, and I think a big part of it is social media, because you're going through life, you're seeing the absolute friendliest, best highlights of everyone's life, and they don't show you any of the lowlights. They don't show you, they might be showing you lowlights, too, and they're just showing the highlights of those lowlights. Like, everyone just wants to show the perfect version of themselves on social media. And what that does is it creates this false perception that someone is perfect. It creates this false perception that all the things they post on social media are the only things that are happening in their life, which is untrue and not a smart mindset to have. So I want you guys, if you're out there and you're thinking someone's perfect, I want you to take a deep look at them in real life. I want you, maybe you can go to their social media too if you want to. And I want you to take a deep look at them and realize that what they have is not unattainable. What they have is not impossible to get. And what they have is probably not even real. They're probably just showing exactly what they want to on social media. They probably took like one selfie with a girl, and then they took that, they barely talked to the girl for the rest of the night, and they're just friends, and they took that selfie, put it on social media, and made it look like, oh, I get so many girls. No, you just took a selfie with a girl. There's a difference. And you gotta be careful. Because if you have a mindset that anyone's perfect and anything's unattainable, then that thing will be unattainable for you. If you're like, oh, well, I can't get girls because this guy's perfect and he's going to get all the girls. No. He's not perfect, and even if he's better than you in some ways, you probably have some qualities that might make a girl like you over him. And if you look at yourself and everyone else is better than you at everything, then you need to do some shit. Like, you can be better than 90% of the population by just adding one of the habits of self-improvement. By adding, maybe not even like a habit of self-improvement, by taking away all of your bad habits and just having no bad habits, you're already up there. Because there's not a lot of people in this world now that don't have bad habits. There's people that do, and that's like a large portion of the population, because the population's mental health is declining a lot, and there's people that like maybe have more good habits than you, and maybe they're better than you in some areas. But if you believe something's unattainable, if you go through life and you're like, I can't be just like that person because this person has this or that, because this person is doing this or that, and you're like, oh, that's unattainable, that I can't do this, you're wrong. I used to see those people. I used to see my best friend, I used to see other friends I had, and I was like, dang, I wish I had this, or dang, I wish I was like them. And I realized I was just looking at the social media part and the part that they were sharing, and I actually looked at them and I talked to them and I had interactions with them, and I saw they have problems too. A lot of us are just, we have at least something fucked up about us, something fucked up in our minds, something fucked up in our life. And this is another thing I'm going to talk about. Don't have that victim mentality. If you have something that is fucked up in your life and you're like, oh, well, nobody else has this, I'm alone in my struggles, I can't do anything about it, you're wrong. First of all, there's been many people in worse situations than you, and I can say that with the utmost confidence, because we have an 8 billion number population now in this world, and I can say with the utmost confidence that there is people who have been more fucked up than you and have gotten out of that, and they're no different than you. They're in no different situation. They have no, you're probably in a better situation than 90% of people. And even if you're not, even if the most fucked up shit has happened to you, what beliefs, what serves you with the belief that you can't do anything about it? Have you ever tried having the belief that you can do something about it, or you can change yourself, or you are that happy person, like trying to change yourself like that? Have you ever tried that? And have you ever tried that for a significant amount of period of time? And and look at yourself right now as I'm talking to you. What are the excuses that you're hearing in your mind about, oh, well, this happened to me, oh, well, well, there is someone out there with a worse situation. Like, you know this is a true fact. There's someone out there who had a worse situation than you, and they got out of it. So why can't you get out of it? Why are you special? You're not. I'm going to be totally honest. You're not special. There's other people in a similar, very similar, not same, nobody's in the same situation, but similar situation, and they got out of it. So I want you to stop having this victim mentality that, oh, I'm the only person that's going through this. No, I want you to go out there and I want you to believe that positive things can happen to you. Because it's not just all your life is full of negativity because I'm this and there's so much excuses that your mind will create right now as you're hearing this. You will go to scientific studies and say, oh, this is more reliable. In what way are those serving you at all? To believe that you've just been depressed and you can't do anything about it. To believe that you're in a special situation and you can't do anything about it. What does that serve you at all? If you believe that shit, then it's going to be true. If you believe that shit, that you won't ever get undepressed, your mind's going to be like, okay, I guess we won't ever get undepressed. And if you believe that it's uncurable and that there's something that you're plagued with for the rest of your life, then you're going to be plagued with that for the rest of your life. If I believed every time I cried or sad or something happened to me, and I believe that was irreversible and there's nothing I can do about it, then it would. And I understand a lot of situations are fucked up, and I would sit there and listen to you for hours talk about your situation, because I have a lot of empathy for people who have had bad situations happen to them. But I also respect that you can change it. I can't change it for you. Nobody else can change it for you. You can go to therapy. You can talk to someone. You can get, better mental health. But I can't fix it for you. You are the only one that can fix your own mind and its own limitations and its own problems that are caused from external factors. You are the only one. If you've made it to this video and you're really interested in what I've been saying, I can't change it for you. I can give you the knowledge. I can give you the seed of knowledge that has helped me in my life. But I can't change shit for you. So I want you to go out there and I want you to try. I want you to try again. And I want you to keep doing. I want you to keep going. I want you to not stop. And I love the Yoda quote, do or do not. There is no try. I want you to not try to change your mindset. You have to force it. I want you to go out there and I want you to literally force your mind to be positive for weeks and weeks and months and maybe even years, depends on how negative your life was. And you will see progress. You will be happy. You will get out of these horrible situations. It's possible. I just want to see positivity for the world, and it can happen. And a lot of people know it can happen deep inside, but they just have this mentality. You have to change your mentality. That's the video, guys. I felt really passionate on that one because it's something I really believe in, that you can change yourself no matter what. I changed myself from a lot. I'm not going to go into my story, but I'll go into it a little bit. I changed myself from nerdy kid that, I can't get any girls, this or that, to I'm way more confident now. I'm like an athlete. I'm all these different things. And it's because I told myself in those things. It's because I, forced that mindset change. Alright, that's the video, guys. Jack out.